Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm back with another video, this time in the Hellcat 105. So, it's a tank that I've not played very much, hence why I'm playing it in this game here with Spandex. He's in his Rover 237, and I just thought I'd pick a tier 6 tank I haven't played much. We're top tier, on Arctic region, on an encounter battle. So this tank, obviously, as everyone knows who's played it, horrible turret traverse, very slow reverse speed, and the turret traverse alone makes it fairly painful to play if you want to like get close and brawl with it, but that's what you do in this. It's got excellent camo and excellent speed to relocate, and the gun on it is really nice. 320 alpha on the standard rounds, 350 on the premium, and alright high explosive shells. They're not the best, but at tier 6 they're pretty decent. Although I will point out that the Storm's 105mm gun from the new tank we just got has better high explosive pen than this does, just worse standard and premium pen. So Spandex is going down the centre to spot. I'm going to stay here with binoculars up. Me and Spandex both get shot into that poor tier 4 tank. Unfortunately, I mean I'm reloading as these tanks are crossing over. And unfortunately Spandex was a bit slow getting over to spot them because he kind of had a bit of an accident in the centre there and fell over for a little bit, which slowed him down. My shot unfortunately dips low on the Bogatir, and I'm not going to be able to reload in time, unfortunately. So, usually me being me, I just see the end of this tier 4 tank here. Once again I shot him. I've been spotted, so I'm going to reverse. Get behind this rock as quick as possible. And I just avoid a shell there. So, yeah, I would normally play a lot more aggressive than this, but with Spandex being alive in his light tank, I kind of want him to be able to get the spotting for his for himself, because you know he's in a light tank. I might as well let him do what light tanks are good at doing, I suppose. But I will be able to go spot for myself if need be with the binoculars on this thing and the camo it has, especially in a top tier game. Get a nice shot at long range on the Bogatir, nice 450-meter shot. Now, me and Spandex both noticed this light tank who's kind of rushing in. Top tier light tank, mind you. And I've decided I need to get rid of him. I'm going to rush in, I'm going to shoot him. It like goes underneath his tank and hits his tracks or something, just absorbed my shell. So I decided to ram him, and I actually managed to blow his tracks off. So I managed to dodge the incoming shot. Spandex unfortunately got hit by artillery. And what you're going to see is, I'm hiding behind this rock to avoid the artillery. And you're going to see that the artillery nearly gets me. If that had hit me, it would have been over for me. I have no idea what kind of gun that thing uses, but it was almost not even like an artillery. It almost had a bigger shell arc than British artillery. Like, that was a ridiculous shot that I'm surprised he was able to hit. Slight turret showing on the Bogatir. The gun handling treating me well to get another shot on him, finishing him off for my 4th kill. So, I said before about this thing's camo, and the view range isn't the best, but with the binoculars you're able to get it up pretty high. And just in those top tier games where there aren't as many people with good view range, and I've killed their top tier light tank, you can do some pretty risky plays in this thing. So you see him just sat in the middle here with the binoculars up. I took a shot at T-37 or T-67 without getting spotted back. And now I know where their other light tank is, and it's a tier 4. So I feel very confident being just here on the center of the map. Now, I'm trying to keep my gun between where the T-67 is and where the KV-85 is, but what you're going to notice is, this is where the slow turret becomes a bit of an issue, as I get the T-67 there. Not quite killing them though. When I'm holding my turret in between these two targets, having to switch between them as one goes into cover and the other one comes out of cover is just painful. So, the KV-85 is going to do something a bit crazy here. One of our teammates is trying to cap at the moment, as I take a blind shot. The KV-85 is going to come out, he's got a 100mm gun, and he's going to sit there to, I thought, interrupt the cap, and then back in the cover. And even though I've shot him, at 350 meters, he's not spotted me, by the way. He just sits there. And now that he's killed the guy, then he backs up. But I've just taken about 700 odd hit points off of him. while he sat there to do that. And it's not like we were close to capping out, so it wasn't exactly essential for him to stay there to do the shooting, and he has 2 artillery, so he could have just spotted the VK and then backed in the cover. So KV5's trying to reverse now, but it's too late for him. If he still had those hit points left from earlier, he'd have been able to survive that shot, but unfortunately not. And now I've decided it's the moment for me to push in. And I forgot to mention at the start of this video, but one of our light tanks actually didn't load into the battle. It's a bit of a shame, so we're tanked down from the start. To see the mobility of this thing, really excellent mobility. Bear in mind, I've not really played the Factory Hellcat too much. I played 4 games on my brother's account, and I was staying with him on his PlayStation. And in the 4 games, I was able to ace it. So even just 4 games, I know how awesome a Hellcat is. Despite this thing having the super slow turret traverse just like a regular Hellcat and the longer reload, it doesn't matter what this has. A Hellcat's a Hellcat, and it's always going to be a really good tank. Even against tier 8, but especially top tier. I'm keeping my turret between where I think the artillery will be, so I won't have to spend as long turning the turret. It's right in front of me, and what you're going to see is unnecessary ammo rack, which you gotta love. So I know the T-67 spot on the map, so I don't have to worry about him being up on the little TD hill there, and I'm going for the other artillery. And thankfully, because I've got a little hill here, artillery really struggles to shoot in over slight hills at close range. And I managed to get the shot in on him. Currently up to 7 kills. And I wanted to load a high explosive shell here, because there's a chance with T-67 that if my shot hits the track, they'll be absorbed like it was in the light tank. But I also don't want to load the HE shell and then run into the storm. So I'm going to keep the AP loaded. I get spotted first, but I've got plenty of hit points, so I don't mind going out. I take the shot, but again, not an issue. And my friendly artillery is going to nail him. Now at this point, I'm thinking, our KV2's capping. I want to go to the TD hill from their spawn and set up my binoculars and try and spot out their storm. Teammate's pinging me. He's not being very useful because what you're about to notice is he's actually pinging the wrong area of the map. But thankfully I've got the position first, which means I can get my gun in, get my gun aimed and set up before the storm can, well, because he's still moving. We both fire and my one hits. That was my 8th kill and 3,000 damage. So yeah, I've not played many games in this tank, but even though it's got the slow turret traverse and a kind of derpy gun sometimes, as long as you have speed and the camo, you can pretty much do a lot of great things in this tank, even in bottom tier games. 110k profit, high caliber for the 3,000 damage, demolition expert for the unnecessary ammo rack, Radley Walters for the 8 kills, Pascucci's for the 2 arty kills, and a nice tanker for almost 1800 base XP. So for any of you who haven't played too many games in this tank, I suggest you do take it out because it's a really fun little thing to drive around in. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.